When people say a skill is useless in eFootball, it's not hate. It's about how the skill actually behaves. Because not every skill in eFootball actually helps you win games. Some skills sound so good, but once you're inside real matches, especially online, you start realizing something uncomfortable. Some skills are straight up useless. Not situational, not hard to use, just useless. And the worst part? A few of these skills don't just fail to help you, they actively make your gameplay worse. They force bad animations, ruin decision-making, and cost you goals at the worst possible moments. So let's talk about the most useless skills in eFootball, based on how the game actually plays right now. Let's start with acrobatic finishing, because this one is the biggest scam. Now hear me out, it sounds amazing. Bicycle kicks, scissor volleys, crazy finishes from impossible angles. But eFootball does not reward realistic football moments. It rewards simplicity, and acrobatic finishing does the opposite of that. Instead of your striker going for a simple header or a clean first-time volley, the game often forces an acrobatic animation, and those animations are slower, less accurate, and way more likely to miss. Yes, it looks cool when it works, but how often does it actually work compared to how often it fails? Not nearly enough. In tight matches, that one mistake can be the difference between winning and losing. Acrobatic finishing prioritizes style over efficiency, and eFootball punishes that every single time. Next up, penalty saver / penalty specialist. This one is funny because penalties in eFootball have very little to do with skills and almost everything to do with mind games. Guessing the direction correctly matters more than any stat. A goalkeeper with penalty saver doesn't suddenly become psychic. A player with penalty specialist doesn't magically beat the keeper if the opponent guesses right. If your opponent dives the right way, you're getting saved. If they dive the wrong way, you score, skill or no skill. At higher levels, penalties are about reading patterns, timing, and nerves. The skill barely changes anything. You don't feel it, you don't notice it, and it definitely doesn't justify taking up a skill slot that could have been something actually useful. Then there's long throw, which might be the most outdated skill in the game. There was a time when long throws could be dangerous. That time is gone. The current meta is too fast, defenders recover too quickly, and positioning is way tighter. Even with long throw, most throw-ins just end in recycled possession or a lost ball. You rarely see clean headers from throw-ins. You rarely see chaos in the box. Most of the time the opponent clears it instantly, and unlike corners, you can't really set anything up properly. It's predictable, slow, and easy to defend. In theory, it adds variety. In practice, it does nothing. Now let's talk about a skill that's not just useless, but it's really annoying. The Scotch move. This skill is a perfect example of something that doesn't respect real gameplay conditions. Input delay exists, lag exists, online inconsistency exists, and Scotch move does not play nicely with any of that. Because of how it's triggered, it often activates by mistake. You're trying to turn, or shield the ball, or make a simple movement. Suddenly your player performs a weird animation that kills momentum completely. In tight spaces, this is disastrous. You lose control, you lose timing, and sometimes you lose possession entirely. Instead of helping with dribbling, Scotch move disrupts it. And finally, chip shot control. Let's be real, the chip shots are just not reliable in eFootball. Goalkeepers recover too fast, animations are inconsistent, and unless the keeper is way off the line, chip shots rarely result in goals. Even when the situation feels perfect, the execution often isn't. The ball floats too slowly, the keeper recovers, or it just goes wide. And the funniest part? In the rare moments where a chip shot actually works, you usually didn't need the skill anyway. It's a skill built for a mechanic that the game doesn't reward, so it ends up being cosmetic rather than functional. The bigger issue with all these skills is that they give players false confidence. You think you have an advantage, you think your player will do something special, and instead the game punishes you for trusting it. In eFootball, the most powerful skills are the boring ones: first-time shot, through passing, interception, fighting spirit, things that activate naturally and improve consistency. Flashy skills don't win matches, reliable ones do.